So, do you want to do something amazing with your life or in your life? Do you want to stretch outside your comfort zone, do something awesome and big? Do you want to do something adventurous, but you're not? Why not? Well, if you ask most people this question, they're going to give you a variety of answers, of course, but here's the number one answer that you're probably going to hear. Maybe you tell yourself the same answer when it comes to why am I not doing something big? And that is that I just don't have time. You know, I've got the kids, I've got the dog, I've got the house, I've got the car, I've got the lawn, I've got all this stuff, and it's all consuming my time, and I just don't have anything extra, Derek, to give to pursuing something amazing. And if that is what you tell yourself, that is a very limiting belief, because if you buy into it, you're never going to even try. You're not even try if you don't think you have the time to do it. So what I want to do here is share with you some simple math. If you're not a big math fan, I get it, but I think you'll understand this and this is going to be fun. But I'm going to show you using some simple math why this idea of I just don't have time is likely not true. Likely not true in a big way, that you have more time available to you to pursue something amazing than you even imagine right now. And I want to do this because I want you to use the next 365 days to pursue and do something amazing, even if it's just one thing, but do something valuable with the next 365 days that you have available to you. So let's begin. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to look at an overall picture of the year, and then we're going to slowly subtract non-negotiable things that consume our time. Each and every human being on this earth has these things that consume their time. So we're going to subtract all these different items that we have to deal with, and then we're going to have a total at the end. That's what's going to surprise you. So the bird's eye view of our year and how much time we have available is right here. We have 8,760 hours in a year. That is represented by that block right there. That's 365 days times 24 hours. That gives us 8,760 hours. So we're going to start there. Now let's start subtracting from there non-negotiables that every human being or most human beings have to subtract for doing each year. First one is sleep. So we are going to subtract 8 hours a day times 365 days, and that is going to give us a subtraction amount of 2,920 hours. Now, if you're a teenager, you may use more hours than that, but this is just an average for us normal people. All right, so we're going to subtract that from our yearly total. Next up is another non-negotiable, and that is time to eat, shower, and drive. We all have to eat. We all have to drive for errands, for work, various things, and many of us like to shower. So we're going to use a generous amount here of 3 hours a day to do those things. Now, you may get them done in an hour. That's great, but we're going to be very generous here. So I want to blow your mind at the end here. So if we take 3 hours times 365 days, we're going to subtract another 1,095 hours. So we subtracted sleep now, and then eat, shower, and drive. Now the next non-negotiable for a majority of people that we have to remove time from our overall yearly total is work. So we're going to say that on average, you're going to work 45 hours a week. And I had to do a little bit of editing there, but you'll see 45 hours a week times 50 weeks, not 52, and I'm going to explain this in just a second, 50 weeks, that's going to subtract a total of 2,250 hours, 2,250 hours. So now let's move on to our next non-negotiable largely, and that is vacation. That's the extra 2 weeks that I didn't add to the last card. So let's just say on average you get 2 weeks of vacation each and every year. You may get more, you may get less, but this is just an average. So we're going to take 24 hours times 14 days, that's 2 weeks. We're going to remove 336 hours from our yearly total. We just keep removing time as we move down the line. Now our next and last one is something that's almost like a gift in explaining this idea, because I'm going to give you free time. So let's say you want to be a couch potato and you want to spend 3 hours a day doing nothing but being a couch potato every day, or watching YouTube videos, or petting the dog, whatever it may be. You just want to do those things. 3 hours every day, 365 days out of the year. So we're going to give you that, and we're going to subtract 1,095 hours from our overall total. So we've removed, again, let's go through this. We have the year total. Then we have removed sleep. Actually, let me do this over here. Removed sleep. We've removed eat, shower, drive. We've removed work, vacation, and free time. Now, how much time do you think we have left over after removing all those things? You're probably thinking, oh, 10 hours? Can't be much more than 50 hours or 100 hours. No, you're not even close. So if we do the math, and you can do this yourself at home, if you do the math, you're going to find that after you remove all those items, you still have 1,064 hours each year to do whatever you want. And again, we've removed time for sleeping, free time, work, everything. You still have 1,064 hours. And if you do the math even further, that's 133 8-hour days. 133 8-hour days. Are you kind of at this point going, how's that even possible? Do the math yourself. You're going to see that it's true. Now, 133 8-hour days, what does that equate to in the real world as far as what you can do? Do you think you could start a YouTube channel if that's something you've been wanting to do, but I just don't have the time? 133 8-hour days. Do you think you could maybe learn a language? 133 8-hour days. Do you think you could maybe write a book or 2 books or 5 books with 133 8-hour days? Is that possible? Think about that. That's what you have available to you. Now, I know you might be thinking, but Derek, you know, I do have a dog. I do have projects around the house. I do have a hobby that takes up my time. And so your 1,064 hours is not accurate. And here's why I say it is, because I only put on here non-negotiables. We have to do these things. You choosing to maybe have animals, have projects around the house, pursuing hobbies, which are all fine, but those are choices that you are making, that you are using up a portion of your 1,064 hours. And if that's how you want to use that portion of your 1,064 hours, that's up to you, but those things are choices. So if you want to do something else, you want to start a YouTube channel, you want to write a book, you have to say, well, maybe some of the things that I'm devoting my 1,064 hours to, like around the house, car, whatever, I might have to lessen the time that I devote toward that if I want to pursue this thing, because it's really not a lack of time that you're not doing these big things maybe you want to do. It's a lack of understanding your priorities and making the proper priorities so that you can do those things. You have 1,064 hours to do something amazing. What are you going to use those hours to do? That's the question. And I hope that you use them wisely to do something that blows you away, that brings you joy and happiness in your life in a way that you've never imagined or experienced. That is my hope. So share down in the comments maybe how you plan on using your 1,064 hours. And I hope that you found this video useful. If you have, please like, share it. I'd appreciate it. And I hope that you have an amazing day and an amazing 365 days ahead of you.